Welcome to Reality Aftershow coverage of Naked and Afraid, Last One Standing, Season 3, Episode 7. I'm Jonny Fairplay, joined as always by my favorite survivalist, Trish Bulinsky.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Now, I want to share something with you. This is from Reddit, and this is one of the kinder things on Reddit currently.
Let me have it.
There we go. Reddit, name this band.
Hold on, I gotta get my glasses on because I can't. Oh crap! Oh.
For those of you listening and not watching, it is a picture of the last 4 women.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay, so hold on. We got some serious feedback going. All right, from Reddit, here's some of the popular answers: Earth, Wind, and Firestarter. Bare Naked Ladies.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Chini and the Goo Goo Doll, or Chini and the Go Go Dolls. Sorry, Chini and the Go Go Girls.
Okay.
Fleet Quitwood. Wow, too soon.
I love that. Fleet Quitwood. Okay, I love the creativity, man. Fans are the best.
Yeah.
Haters are fans, it doesn't matter, but I love the creativity. I mean, I see some stuff online like that and I crack up. I'm like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. 4 non-blonde.
That's true. Try.
The Naked and Afraid. Oh, wow.
Okay, original.
Bush.
Not everybody.
Let's see. There's some mean ones. I don't care about the mean ones. Tears for Food.
That works. There's been some tears for food.
Yeah. Trish and the Tagalongs.
Yeah. I have the power. I have that.
If you know, you know. There you go.
Yeah, my tagalongs, all my sidekicks. Apparently, yeah. I'm that much of an impact person on these weak women.
Yeah, 3 quits and a quit. Wow. Trish and the Tanned.
Oh my God. This is all on Reddit.
Yes.
Oh,
Jungle
hilarious.
Ladies. The Coattails and Trish.
How am I the ringleader? I'm the pod boss, I guess. I don't know.
4 Girls, 1 Cup. I'd like to see that.
Oh,
Too soon?
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, there we go. That was fun.
All right, those are good. I mean, all interesting. I'm glad you brought that up because I had not seen that. I don't go on Reddit. I don't have a Reddit. I've only read it when somebody's reposted it.
Sure. I am banned from the Survivor subreddit.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Who banned Jonny Fairplay from his own show?
Some loser in his fucking basement. I don't care.
Oh, definitely a loser in his basement. You know how long his fingernails are and how dirty they are?
You know what they have underneath his fingernails? Cheetos and bodily fluids.
That's right. Maybe
that's right. Do not come to one of my autograph signings and attempt to shake my hand.
No, thank you. No, that's okay. I'd rather eat like bugs out of the dirt than that. Any day.
They're much more hygienic. So, our episode begins with someone else saying Australia at the end. It's tricky this time.
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought you were going to say something else. Yeah, it was tricky saying that, which I was surprised. I was surprised to see that little Australia tricky.
I know. I'm wondering if we got one with you and neither one of us noticed.
I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch maybe one year, but I don't know. Yeah. I mean, we all said it. We all definitely took the stand and said it. I guess it's just a matter of who they're putting out there. I mean, I don't think you'll see me doing that because I'm gone.
Yeah, so. Not now, but I feel like there could have, because I wasn't paying attention because we saw Kai on the first one and I'm just like, oh, well, that's something. And then I wasn't paying attention anymore. And then I was like, oh, wait, there's someone else.
Same. Yeah, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard for us to watch at all because we've already lived through it and we already know everything. So it's sometimes it's hard to sit through a lot of it. So I'm with you. I kind of glazed over. I don't remember if there was in Australia for me.
And I'm taking notes and so like during the 20 survivalists. I mean, I'm just like, I know all this. Like, now let me, I'm typing episode 7 right now.
Exactly.
So, well, last week was a shocking exit. Do you remember that?
I kind of recall that one.
Well, yeah.
Recall that one.
3 gals, 1 truck. No, 3 gals, 3 trucks.
3 trucks, but I don't understand that. I'm like, why can't we all get into 1 truck? And they were like, no, we got to get into 3 trucks. I'm like, okay.
That was what's the point? So
there's no point. I don't know. Waste more gas. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. God.
We raced on the way out there. That's what you don't see is the drag race through the outback in the trucks.
Oh wow. All right. That's fun. So well, Max has the decision. He can go left or he can go right, or fuck that, he can go home.
Fun fact is I saw Max on my flight home.
Hey Max.
Yeah, I saw Max on my flight home. So I was a little surprised by that.
So he didn't get to go to town with you. Like how much space was in between? Like a couple day or two?
So for us, we all stayed on about a week afterwards, and we traveled around. We hitchhiked on one of the islands, and we went on a snorkeling tour at the Great Barrier Reef, which was amazing. Highly recommend.
Sure.
And then the girls left, and I stayed 1 extra day, and then Max wound up being like 2 seats behind me on the flight, which was ridiculous. I did not expect to see that face on my flight. And then
did you guys switch seats so you could sit together or no?
It's such a long flight, the one we had, so we each had like an extra seat, so we're like, I'll see you when we land. And we hung out. We had lunch and hung out together in the airport during our layovers, and it was good. It was great. It was great being with Max out there. He's such an awesome guy and so freaking hilarious. Like I wish everybody could know Max in that format because he really is. He's super fun and always got a smile on his face, very positive, and just an all around really great human being.
Nice. Yes, Max is well liked by everyone I've talked to, and well liked by me. So there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Cheney. So Max explains his heart was not in it and decided to go home. Cheney explained that she beat Max mentally. Like, all right. And then I feel like a little bit of Patrick rubbed off on Cheney because Patrick says he saw this coming a mile away. Did he?
No. There's no way. There's no friggin' I watched that and I was like, really? Are you really going there, Patrick? Like it just that irritated me when I saw that.
He just says stuff to get airtime that doesn't follow the narrative of anything you've seen whatsoever.
You're absolutely right. I mean, if you're seeing that as an outsider, I mean, you're seeing the same thing as an insider that I'm seeing. I'm just like, really, Patrick? Like, why do you have to say such stupid things like that? Like, just be humble because, like, being humble, that's a huge thing, character-wise. And I try to always be humble. As you see, a lot of the other cast members are extremely humble. So for him to be saying crazy stuff like that, it's just like you just sound dumb.
Well, how about I can't believe I'm here and he's not?
Yeah, that. Like,
yeah, no one saw this coming a mile away.
No, but I didn't see it even coming. And I was with Max. Like I was with his partners, and they were like, "No, Max is solid." For the girls, like, I mean, we all did not see that coming.
It is a desperate attempt for airtime.
Yeah, and then there was another comment of Patrick's that he was
if I beat Matt at this, it makes me the legend slayer. I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, and then they said something else like, I sent 3 others home. Like, no, you didn't, Patrick. I'm
like, who are these people?
Yeah, I'm like, you definitely did not have a hand in sending the girls home. Like, we had our own reasons. We had sat for probably 2 days prior to our exit discussing it. And Patrick was over. His his name never came up ever, 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 ever. So he likes to stroke his own ego, and probably, strokes other things, but ego is his primary thing out there. And yeah, it just makes me laugh. I'm just like, really? Like, come on, Patrick.
Yeah. As I said, there's just an air of disparity to it. It's just like, oh, that's so weak.
Yeah, it really is. It is.
He's a poor man's Jeff.
Yeah, I heard people were calling him like Timu Jeff. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, and the messed up thing is, Patrick is a good dude. Like, outside of the cameras and away from everything, like, he's a good guy. And
I think he could be a good dude inside of the cameras. As I said, just subtract that despair. Like, I feel like production should be like, hey, dude, yeah, we could run with that one, but let's try this line too.
Yeah, like the authenticity of it just sounds so forced and so pushed, and it sounds like he's just trying to make a name for himself, when really Patrick, without that extra crap, is a nice guy. He's a nice guy. He's funny. He's caring. He's sensitive. He's observant. Like, he's all those great qualities. But then you add that, and you're like, you're tainting it. Like, you're just be natural, be yourself, and you would be so much better received. It's just, once the cameras are on, he like loses grip, and I'm like, and it's hard to watch. It's hard to be around. I wish Patrick would just be normal, like he is, like outside of the cameras, and I think he would be endearing to a lot of fans that have been pushed off by it.
Yeah, more humble brags. You can still be a bad guy and do a humble brag.
Yeah, you can.
So,
yeah.
All right. Well, it's Final Four, and in the end, there can only be one. Darren is the Highlander.
Darren is a bad dude. He is, and I don't mean that in the bad way. Like, Darren is such a badass. He's so naturally gifted, and he's funny, and he's sincere, and he's honest, and he's not for the camera at all. Like, what you see is what you get with Darren, and that's why, like, I love him so much. And I think if anybody wins, I would be so over the top excited that it's him. And I said it last season too, that he is one of the baddest dudes out there.
How insane is it that the better guy camera-wise is Darren over Patrick? Darren not trying whatsoever, and Patrick literally giving his left arm.
Yeah, and Darren, he does this one-liner quips that are just like right to the point. He doesn't need a follow-up, and it's like, yeah, that's exactly what everybody's thinking, and he does it in just a few words.
So, well, Patrick is looking for pigs. Matt sees pigs. Matt gets a pig, and Patrick chases a pig with his bow. Arrows potentially more effective.
I was dying when I saw that, because we did see that in the earlier part of the season where Cheney and Jermaine were chasing piglets, and all they needed was like the circus music to go along with that. And they missed it with Patrick too, chasing a little piglet and swinging the bow at it. I was like, oh my God, Legend Slayer? No, you're not even a piglet slayer. Like, come on.
No. In the meantime, Cheney catches 2 very large fish, and we go back to Tricky. He is out of energy, and we literally watch Patrick dying in front of us.
That is the first time I've actually seen Patrick gassed like that, because he's got energy and he's got stamina, and he was not wrong when he said that. Like, he definitely has all those qualities, and to see him that gassed at this point, I was like, wow, like, that's new. I've not ever seen that.
I feel he was 80-90% of what we saw, and I feel there was 10 to 20% of over dramatization for airtime.
That could quite possibly be the case as well, but
but still 80 to 90% of like, I mean, like, it's probably like, fuck that.
Yeah,
that kicked my ass.
Yeah, and he can go on fumes. He definitely can. He's got, and a lot of the men, that's a really difficult thing for them, is to continue on when they need so many calories and so much food input, because men are built different. You guys are built a different way. And
well, I'm built pretty comparable to you, Trish.
you know what? I've seen you in a bathing suit. I mean,
you're a little tougher.
Yeah, well, I think you look fine in a bathing suit. I mean, don't
Fine.
don't don't be so hard on yourself. I'm sure there's plenty of fans out there checking out the package. But
Wow.
that being said, for Patrick being able to continue and have that stamina that he has every time in the challenges, this is the second one I've been out with him, and I've seen the input of calories and sugars and stuff, and he can go on nothing. I mean, he's right up there with the well, I don't want to say it, but women are a little bit better with not taking in as much food and still being able to produce, and he's right up there with it. So he's kind of an anomaly in that.
There we go.
So seeing him take a knee and sit down like that, I was like, oh, wow, okay, this could be the end for Patrick.
It could be. Well, Patrick says his dad used to say a bad day fishing is better than a good day working.
That's
Feel like
true.
I'd rather hang out with Patrick's dad than Patrick.
Well, I don't know his dad, so I can't weigh in on that. I mean, I don't know. But
It's a good
I'm definitely down to go fishing instead of work.
Yeah, great. So, Matt is debating whether or not to feed the others. He decides to feed the others.
Yeah, that's Matt. He's got a strong ethic and a big desire to be the provider, and I mean that just comes naturally for him. He likes to take care. He's a provider, and he does well at it. I mean, he's one of the best out there, if not the best provider of food, and you cannot deny his hunting skills. And and Matt's philosophy is, when I was there, he said, I'd rather have my competitors as strong as possible and beat them on a fair stage. And I love that. I mean, that's morals and ethic and really just good sportsmanship on his part. So to see him do this again, I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised. That's Matt's MO, and I totally support that. I respect it.
I wouldn't be shocked if there's somewhere in the back of his head thinking back to that season 1 edit, and it's just like, all right now the move is feed everybody and no one can call you a dickhead.
Yeah. I mean, that too, but I think it goes more than that. I think he genuinely wants to care for people. And, if you're going to beat people, it's like Matt's a big guy. So if he's going to be beating the likes of Patrick and Cheney because they're weak, that's not anything that somebody like Matt would be proud of.
No. That is it. I think it's in the very back of his head, because I think he watched season 1 and was just like, whoa, wait a second. Jeff was an asshole by doing these things. Why are you calling like those? Jeff's more entertaining at it.
Yeah, exactly. So I know Matt wants to stand with his head held high. And if he's going to beat somebody in small stature like Cheney, or somebody weak like Patrick, he wants to be able to I'm going to cross the finish line and I'm going to do it with integrity. And you're just as fed as I am. So there's going to be no belly aching that, oh, well, you had a pig, Matt. I didn't have any food. That's why you won and I didn't. So he makes sure that there's no doubt about it. Like when he wins, or if he wins, that he stood toe to toe with everybody on a fair stage.
No, I get it. So, well, he goes to the boys. He wants to have a little fun with this. And he's like, will you guys help me get these figs?
Yeah, I love that.
There's a fig tree over here. And en route, goes, well, in lieu of the fig tree, there's also a pig tree.
Mm-hmm. I love that. So typical Matt. I loved it.
To which Patrick replies, he has manipulated people out of this competition and is still getting fed. And I'm just like, who did you manipulate out of this competition? Jermaine is on the bubble.
I don't know what he's talking about. I mean,
I'm not even going to give him Jermaine.
Yeah, if anything, he had a little edge against Jermaine, getting him out there. But as for everybody else, nobody even gave him a second thought.
Yeah, well, he's saying people, and I'm just like, well, Jermaine's a person.
Yeah, the only one.
So, and even then, I'm just like, are you? I mean, I'm sure you were a pain in the ass to live with. I mean, we saw it, but
I'm sure that they both had their issues in there.
Yeah. So I feel like Jermaine was a pain for Tricky.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it firsthand, and it was a mess. It was a mess.
I did have a little fun writing these notes. It says he's manipulated people out of this. I put competition. Huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah. Patent pending. Patent pending. Patent pending.
Yeah.
That's a T-shirt.
It really is. It could be a slogan. I love it. There's so many T-shirts coming out of this season.
Feel free to well, don't all right, well, we're gonna make some jerky, we're gonna cook some liver and some heart, and we're also making some salt pig stew. And it sounds like salt is the first ingredient and pig is second.
Oh yeah, salt at that stage. I mean, they're over 3 weeks in. Because salt actually, I mean, when you don't have any kind of minerals or anything and you taste that little bit of salt, it's like heaven. So not only the taste, but also the ability to hydrate your body, because salt, you need sodium to keep moisture in your body. And so when you have that, you retain that liquid better and hydrate your body better. And so your overall output of energy is so much greater. So yeah, I could definitely see salt being the first ingredient.
So how does this work? So Matt won the salt. Can he put the salt in the stew for other people to have?
No, as far as I know, the rules are when you win something like that, you acquire it in that way of a challenge, you're not supposed to share and you're not supposed to have any of that. So I don't know how that worked, because I'm pretty sure everybody had their own pot. So if Matt did that, I'm sure he just had it in his own pot.
Okay, and then also we see the were they yebbies?
Yabbies.
Yeah,
Little they're like giant crawfish, small lobsters.
Yes. All right, so fast forward, we'll go back, but there's at the last challenge that we see, it's or I guess it's or maybe this anyway, it's 8 yebbies, 4 yebbies, 2 yebbies. Chini wins 8. Can she not share those with Matt, allegedly?
No. Technically, I mean, as far as the rules are, sorry, I'm killing these friggin' deer flies out here. They're attacking me every week. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
They bite like hell. Yeah, you're not supposed to share, and I don't think they did at all. I mean, at least I wasn't there, but I know in previous episodes where you do win something, you're not supposed to share. I mean, you can steal stuff, but you can't share.
Okay, so Matt could steal a yabby.
Yeah, if Chini falls asleep and there's a couple yabbies floating around, he could have stolen them, but that's not Matt's style.
I know. So
it's a good thing Chini was in camp with Matt and not Patrick.
While you were in Australia, did you have bugs? The big prawn that like the monster looking prawn things? Have you seen them before or online or anything?
No.
Okay, so we went on I've been to Australia many times now. I believe I'm going back in September.
Are you? Nice.
There's a big prawn boat that we like to go on, and they have the biggest prawns ever. They have lobster, and they also have bugs, bugs, or maybe 2 G's, and they're like giant. They're like in between a shrimp and a lobster, but like almost dinosaur-esque.
Oh wow! Okay.
They look almost prehistoric. So if you look it up, I'll send you a picture. They are huge.
I've never seen one.
They were huge and amazing. All right, hold on a second. Let's go. Bugs, Australia. All right. Seafood.
What you going to Australia for in September?
Australian Survivor, Australia versus the World.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Don't look now. Here, I'll wait to send it because it'll knock you off on the phone. So, but anyway, you'll see.
I have it on focus, so I have no notifications coming in. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get to about everyone else. Look it up at home. Okay. So, all right. It's raining for the first time in Australia. You picked a good time to leave.
Yeah, I saw that. It didn't even rain like when we were out because we were still hanging around.
Sure.
I had no idea it rained. And so when the girls and I left, we drove about an hour and a half east to the coast. Yeah. And that's where we hung out by the water and stuff. So maybe the weather was completely different. because we didn't see rain not once out there. No
Yeah,
rain,
no.
no bugs,
Like
nothing.
an hour and a half is an hour and a half. I mean, think about it. I live in Danville, Virginia, and Raleigh. It could be raining there or
Yeah,
raining here.
exactly. So I'm guessing they probably had a little bit of tough time because even though it didn't rain for us out there, it was definitely cold at night. I mean,
Yeah.
I left there because I would be like curled up next to the fire, and from my like mid thigh down to my mid calf, my legs had that toasted skin where it looks
Yeah.
like zombie skin from being too close to the heat, which I'm sure you know about from
Oh yeah.
Survivor. And I had that coming out. So, I mean, it was definitely cold at night. So to see it drop into the 50s and have rain, I was like, yeah, okay. I'm so glad I wasn't out there for that. But I will say the materials that we had out there, that paper bark is, I mean, it's really thick in layers depending on how you cut it from the tree. So it could be its own little like umbrella and water will not get through it. So they had that. Luckily, they had that to put over them.
Yeah, perfect mattress and then perfect tent.
Yeah, exactly. It was the most comfortable I've ever been out on a challenge. Like that paper bark, and we were in the sand. I mean, it was glorious. I was so comfortable.
There we go. So, all right. Well, it's scroll time. Bring your flint, and this is a rocket stove challenge. You are competing for either a shovel, a knife, or paracord. And we know friction fire is coming up, so paracord would be huge. And yeah, well, Cheney is having circulation issues. Also, wet fire is never easy. And Matt has decided this go around when it comes to transporting fire, he's going to be a little more careful.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, Matt, you just got your bandages off. Like, you better be careful.
So, well, it's between Darren and Cheney. Cheney is first. She is the queen of the goal. She's got some crispy eyebrows doing it. Darren is second, and it's down to Patrick and Matt for third place. You're not going to believe this. Patrick is full of hot air.
Yeah, I noticed that. Lots of hot air. But unfortunately, that doesn't boil water.
So he claims if he beats Matt, he is a legend slayer. No, he's not. He's a little worried because he doesn't have enough girth. I bet that is not the first time he's heard that.
You know we're all out there naked, right?
Yeah. Will you either confirm or deny?
You know what? He had a cloth on in front of, or the bag was covered, so I don't have any comments.
Sure, there we go. That's the correct answer. So, and someone left a comment. They're just like, I mentioned the blur. We're just having fun here, folks. So, and I feel as though that big blur from the last episode was because she does have the hide in front, and I feel like they were just lazy. They're just like, let's just do a big blur.
They could have been overcompensating for like the fur on the hide of her Birkin that she had, just to make sure that they weren't.
Yeah, no, I was just having fun, folks. I'm not insinuating anything, and we're not. So relax, everyone. It's naked and afraid. Like we can. The human body is a beautiful and fun thing.
It 100%, and we had a lot of fun. With or without clothes on, not in like the dirty way, of course.
Exactly.
It's all the same thing. You get a look. It's all the same damn thing. All you guys, just so you know, when you get older, your balls are going to drop down. Gravity takes just like our boobs, gravity. Well, sorry, guys, but your balls will be touching the toilet water in no time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't personally know, but so no.
Yeah, you're too young for that mess.
Yeah, but relax, folks. We're just having fun here. So no, I'm not. So anyway, that's all the comments. It's the ride. The comments have that about you have been on is like you're a roller coaster going up, Trish.
I know. It's like everybody's got some kind of comment, good, bad, in between. Some people like me, they hate me. They used to hate me, now they like me. They don't understand, but. Yeah, it's. I'm sure it's the same with you through your whole time. I thought when I first saw you on Survivor, your whole grandma thing, I was like, he's a fucking genius. Like that was amazing. Like you were like, because I didn't really know. Like I didn't have a favorite at the time, but when you pulled that off, I was like, oh my God, he's a fucking genius. Genius.
And
So
can you
I
believe?
loved every part of it.
Can you believe I used to look like this?
Oh God, I love it so much. So yeah, the whole comments, the roller coaster, you know, it comes with the territory. I mean, for what it's worth, we have a great time out there. And you know, yes, there's cameras and yes, we know people are going to watch it, but in the moment, we're there for ourselves and the people that we're there surrounded with, and we're not paying attention to anything else.
No, I feel like we're on the Trish redemption tour. I mean, because like I know how I felt about you, and you know, and we had conversations when we first met. We had the whole Amber discussion, all that, and then I keep seeing you, and I'm just like, I like this woman. And then you know, going into this is like, oh man, we hate her. And then you would think last week, like you know, there were some chirpers, like blah, blah, blah. But then if you look at the vocal majority, they're just like Team Trish, and I'm like, what has happened in the world?
You know, the funny thing about it is I've read some comments and I heard some things, and Laura and I have a good laugh because they're like, oh, Trish got the girls to leave. It was her. She got into the girls' heads. And I'm like, Laura and Kayla are two of the strongest women ever to be on Naked and Afraid. Why do people think I'm that much of a sorceress that I'm able to get into their heads and get them to quit? Like, they are.
Well, you're the White Widow.
And you know, we all had our own reasons, but end of the day is we banded together with whatever was our issues, and we pushed forward and stuck to it. And I had nothing to do with their departure, and they had nothing to do with mine. We just stuck together and did what we needed to do to stay true to our authenticity. So people want to think that I had something to do with that, you know, that's just their reasons. They need to stick with the hate on Trish. So okay, sure, yeah, I had something to do with it. No.
Well, way to go, White Widow. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, so. Thanks. And you know, and Matt even said out there, and of course, you know, it's not going to make it to TV, but Matt said, because that was the first time I had met and survived with Matt, and he said, you know, yeah, I heard a bunch of things about you, but you're actually a really great partner and really fun to be with. I can't believe that, you know, people people think of you like that. And I'm like, yeah, I know, it's part of being on TV. And he's like, we've got to change that. We've got to change your edit. This is nonsense. Like, you're really great. And you know, you don't see any of that. You see that one positive thing about me, but that's it. They're not going to let that out of the bag because it's always fun to have a villain. We need to have the bad guy, and I'm the bad guy.
They keep calling you.
Sorry?
They keep calling you. That's good.
Yeah, they've called me 5 times already. So we'll see. We'll see how much that legendary villain role plays out.
So, well, it's time to pick our items. Chini picks the shovel. Just kidding. She picks the paracord. We know what's coming up. Darren takes the shovel because guess what? That shovel came into play. What was it? Fernando?
Yeah, I think it was Fernando.
Yeah, I wasn't a big
Fernando. By the way, Fernando is such a good human being. I think his angel wings must have fallen off somewhere when he hit Earth, because that man is a saint. He really is. Him and his wife and his beautiful family. I just have to give a nod to Fernando. He is just such a doll. I'm not a fan. You're not? He's so nice.
Too nice. Too nice. Way too nice.
Oh,
I like a little fire with my brimstone.
There is a thing about, like, with certain people that could be too nice if it's fake, but his is so genuine.
No, I think it's very real. I do not think it's fake whatsoever. So, but it's just like,
other people. I meant, like, you know, there is.
I could see us all being out and like there's something fun that could be done, but like maybe it's on like this side of legal and illegal. He's like, guys, you know the smart move here, and I'm just like, oh my god, fucking Fernando's here to ruin it again.
Yeah, that would be Fernando. He wouldn't mess around with anything like that.
Yeah. So once again, I'm sure he's lovely. I'm sure I would love him. However, I will stand on this as a viewer and a fan. Oh yeah, no, me and Fernando, we're oil and water. I don't need him to ruin any illegalness.
Yeah, he's such a good balance and the voice of reason. I mean, he thinks very similar to us, but he's too nice to dip a foot in to cause any kind of controversy. But don't be mistaken. He aligns with a lot of the same things that we do. He just
I'm sure.
He just doesn't like controversy.
Yeah. So, but
without people like Fernando, the world would be a trash can. So
yes,
you need somebody.
I do agree with that.
To kind of balance it. Yeah.
He evens us out. So,
He
Patrick
does.
gets a knife. He's not happy, but hey, a knife's better than nothing, or is it? It's the same. So, our mini lobsters go out, and Matt's like, you know what? I fed these people, and I could have won that. I don't think Matt. I don't think Matt really needs paracord.
No, I don't think he does.
B, I don't think Matt really needs a shovel. C, I don't think Matt needs a fourth knife.
No, but I mean, if that's what they're given, you're going to take it. The other person who doesn't need any of those things, 100% for sure, is Darren. Yeah. He doesn't need any of that stuff.
So, I mean, like Patrick really won that paracord because, as we saw, that's how he was eliminated last time. So he wanted that paracord more than life itself.
Yes, he did. He did. I already know that. I could hear him. I knew it.
Oh yeah, and I'm here for him not getting it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of glad he didn't get it.
Yeah. So there we go. So, in case you're wondering at home, folks, Matt teaches friction fire for a living. I'm like, of course he does.
Yes, he does. He teaches a lot of primitive skills. So Matt definitely is not in the market for needing that.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got a new wave of flies attacking me. Hold on. Dang it! They came in a whole team.
Wow.
Sorry. I swear, it's like I'm filming a Naked and Afraid on my front porch.
I love it. You're overdressed.
Yeah, I know. I got these little straps. That's about it. But they're getting every other part of me.
So, for those of you wondering, Trish is naked from the belly button down.
Yeah, I'm like a newscaster. I got no bottoms on, just the top.
Same with me.
Love it. Yeah. The neighbors love it. They've been driving by, like, "How you doing?"
So, in case you're wondering, Darren has been doing friction fires for 35 years. He started in his basement, and he's so good at it, his dad had to disconnect his smoke alarm.
Yeah, he is. That's a true story.
Yeah.
True story. Yeah, Darren's a real deal, man. I can't give him enough props or praises. I mean, between him and Matt, those two are the top contenders, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, Cheney is looking for a pea bush. Cheney, me too.
Yeah.
Too soon?
Always getting me. You always getting me, Johnny. You're always getting me. I'm gonna
All right. Well, in case you're wondering how EJ or the PSR team, has moved these imaginary numbers around, Matt has dropped from a 9.8 to a 9.7. Shut up. Darren has gone from a 9.5 to a 9.6. Shut up. And Cheney has gone from an 8.8 to a 9.0. I'll allow it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she did good. She definitely did good.
So, and the episode ends with surrender your fire starter and all previous items in your bag that you used to cover up your stuff. Yep. And I don't know how far they are from where they were, but last time I checked minutes ago in the episode, Matt Wright and Cheney were really close to some pea bush.
Yeah, they look to be in very close proximity to that.
Yeah, and they figured that out, whereas Patrick perhaps did not, and I think Darren can figure out anything.
Darren can figure out anything.
Yes. So
Absolutely.
Darren's just like,
and I'm
I've
sure
been
Patrick will be peeking behind the curtain to see what Darren's up to.
Yeah, Darren's like, I've been experimenting, making friction fire with leaves.
Yep.
Like,
he literally, Darren is just such a natural in the outside world like that. I mean, he sees everything. I don't think there's anything he has not been able to successfully take on as far as like the survival world.
There we go. So with that, that's the end of the episode. Next week, I'm guessing, is the penultimate episode. Maybe not. Who's to say?
I think next week will be a primitive fire challenge, and one of those 4 will be leaving. That is just my prediction. I don't know what happens. I'm obviously not there anymore. But my prediction is one of those 4 will definitely be losing in a friction fire challenge, just like last season and the season before.
There we go. Well,
so who's your guess? Who do you think's leaving next week?
I think based on the information we've been given, this seems like a Patrick, a repeat performance of Patrick and Friction Fire, and this is a Patrick boot episode.
That is exactly what I'm thinking, because Darren has no problem with it. Matt obviously teaches it. Cheeny's got an advantage with the paracord, and then you have Tricky. So if I was a betting girl, which I'm not, that's who I would suspect is going to go. But we'll see.
Listen, and I think the discovery of the pea bush and the effectiveness of it.
Yeah.
Huge, because we did not see Darren and Patrick have similar conversations. They may have, but we didn't see it. We know that Savage and Cheeny did.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%.
And we have Cheeny making 5-minute fires.
Yeah.
5-minute hand drill fires, and Matt Wright making 2 to 3 minute hand drill fires.
And you know what's funny is so Cheeny learned a lot of those skills from another cast member, Kate. I know she went and spent some time with Kate learning friction fire, because Kate's really good at it. She was on the previous season for a little bit, and I know she gave Cheeny some really good tips and hacks, and I'm sure Cheeny has been focusing on those skills ever since. So I don't know. I think she'll do okay.
You're peeking over at Matt Wright.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think Matt Wright covering up his homework.
Yeah. It's one of those, like, don't cheat off me.
Yeah, no, he's just like, look, this, hey, the Naked and Afraid gods chose you to be my partner for this. So if I'm choosing between you and Patrick, you're good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we'll see what happens next episode. I'm excited, but we should maybe put some wagers out there. Let's take it to Vegas. Let's do some betting. Bring it to Vegas.
We're in agreement.
DraftKings, here we come.
DraftKings, I think the odds are against Patrick, but who's to say?
Yeah.
So with that, Trish Bulinsky is on. She's on the Instagram. She's on the Facebook. I'm at Jonny Fairplay on everything. Go to JonnyFairplay.com, no H in Johnny, for links to everything, including my cameos. I am heading to Tennessee in minutes. I am gonna to Bluntville and Johnson City. I'm hanging out with Tanya from Survivor, Big Tom from Survivor. I'm going to go see him. We're going to go ride some boats, hopefully not burn off our fingers lighting fireworks and doing all the fun stuff.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Just let everybody else do it.
That's where I'm at, Trish. Everyone,
you gotta try one of those chlorine bombs. Have you ever tried one of those?
No, what's that?
Ooh, they're fun. So you get you a nice thick bottle, like a Gatorade bottle or something. You get some chlorine tablets or powdered chlorine. You put a little rubbing alcohol in there. Yeah. And drop it way over there and watch it go. That will be an explosion. They'll blow away any friggin' mortars that you can find.
Oh, geez.
Chlorine and alcohol. Whoa.
Yeah. No, that's a big one. Yeah. You know what? I feel like I used to do something very similar to that in high school. It was. It's
a fun one. It's a good fun one. It's cheap, and you can make your own fireworks. I mean, you don't want to be creative and show off your new skills.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. I did it in high school, and then so we did it, I think, with aluminum foil and we dropped I did not. I told my friend about it, and he dropped like a Coke or whatever, like, just a plastic, dropped it in the
Yeah.
trash can at a Burger King at near right beside the college that we were at.
Right.
I don't want to say the college again. And it explodes. Oh my, the police come.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Yeah, like
oh my God.
those homemade bombs are huge and they're loud. Like they'll blow your arm off. So
well, this was 1992. So
okay.
no, just imagine 2025. Oh my God! Like they're closing the school.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Same thing with the chlorine bomb. The chlorine and alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Like those are dangerous. I mean, so if anybody is listening to this, don't do try this at home.
We were just kidding.
It's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. Do not try it. And if you do, make sure, I don't know, you don't put it by anybody else or any animals that could get harmed by it. But I mean, it's fun. If you're responsible and you're in a good, safe location, they're super fun. But Johnson City is probably not going to be a fan of an explosion like that. So
who's to say?
But I think you kids will have a great time out there.
Yes. So anyway, so I'm back next week for a couple days, and then I'm off to Chicago. So we will plan accordingly for the podcast next week. I will stay in touch, and you'll let me know what you think about Australia's bugs.
Oh, I will. Yeah, send that to me. I'll check it out right now.
All right. So
have a safe trip. Have fun, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you. Happy 4th of July, Trish, and happy 4th of July, everyone else. And we'll see you next time.
Happy birthday, America.
Woohoo!